Is KicksCrew legit? This is the question of the day. I wanted to deep dive in a little bit, give you guys kind of my take on it, and let you guys kind of weigh in the comment section as well. What I found really interesting is if you go to Google and you type in, is KicksCrew legit? The Reddit post is one of the first things that pop up. And in that, there is a ton of comments and a lot of negative feedback was said about the site. And I was actually kind of shocked about that because from what I have experienced from using the site, it was nothing like that. But I wanted to give you guys kind of the pros and cons and some of the pain points that people were feeling on the site. And you know, the big question is it a scam or not? So to start off with that, like Damian Lillard has invested in KicksCrew. KicksCrew has partnerships with Anta as well as you can see here, the Rigger brand. And I have the AR2s here, which is Austin Reeves' new signature model, which they actually retail on their site. On the flip side of it, this is actually a place that you can buy stuff on the open market as well. And this is a pair that I actually spent my own money on and bought this one because I was very curious on how this went and if it was a smooth process, if it was legit, all those questions that you guys have as well. Now, I do want to throw a disclaimer out there that I do get some of the products from Austin Reeves sent to me over from Rigger and KicksCrew. So KicksCrew is a company that I work with through the affiliate side, which means if I post a link to KicksCrew's website in the description of the video, like to buy these Austin Reeves AR2s, and you guys use my link, I get a little bit of a kickback from that sale. But that's kind of the end of it. It's like they don't pay me to do this video as an example. They didn't pay me to buy these shoes or anything like that. But this is a new colorway. Obviously, this is themed after Valentine's Day, February 14th coming up. So I'm assuming Reeves will be wearing this pair on court. For Christmas, I also have the Snowman colorway that ended up dropping. And then there's like the Milky Way too as well, which I think he scored like 38 points or something like that in those shoes. Pretty crazy. Any which way, I'm just showing you guys that I do have some of these shoes from KicksCrew and Rigger with the Austin Reeves AR2 model, and they're the legit like retailer of the product. But again, it is an online marketplace as well. So they do have products that resale on the market, such as the Futura dunks right here. Now, also so you can see that came with the tags and then the laces and sticker and stuff. Obviously, this isn't like a Temu site or anything like that. These cost me $330, I believe, which is not a terrible price when it's like really market price for the product. So it's not like $100 on Temu or something like that and you pay to play. It's like legitimate retailer. And if you go to the website and you look, there's a whole authenticity section down at the bottom of the page. It says 100% authentic 100% of the time. Trust your crew, get your kicks. So you're the customer, you place the order, it sends a request, the authenticated sneaker retailer then ships it to KicksCrew, and then they do a quality service check, and then they send it off to you. So from my experience, from what I got, this feels and smells and looks like an authentic pair. Am I an expert on the matter? Unfortunately, no. Like, I've had enough reals and fake pairs in hand to know like they're very, very close, especially when you have pairs of sneakers like this that are fairly highly coveted, and then, you know, they replicate them and keep making better and better versions of the fakes. I've done lots of sneaker videos on those in the past, and I'm not doing those videos anymore just because it's just too much of a gray area, and I just don't really like getting involved in that. Plus, there's a lot of people that really fight for their right to have fake sneakers, and I'm somebody that likes the authentic products. I don't like to mess with replicas or anything in the gray area. So that's why I wanted to check this site out, because I'm like, from the online image that like Reddit has painted KicksCrew, it makes it sound like it's a scam. The top comment, it says that they're like super expensive for shipping, like $40 to ship. I believe it is $35 to ship these. However, I didn't have any like fees or anything like that. It was just the price listed and then the shipping cost. There's no processing fees like on like StockX. You have to pay that processing fee. It's a little bit more transparent. Once you click the button, you see the final price with the shipping. Now, there is a discount code I have that you can use. It's heskicks15, I believe. It gives you $15 off of $150. But honestly, if you're a first-time buyer, that code is basically the same as that code you have access to on the website. So it's not that big of a deal if you use my code or not. KicksCrew is an overseas company, first of all. So that's why they have such big connections to like stuff like this with the Rigger and Leaning and you know, the Anta stuff, because they are an overseas primary base. I believe there's a New York office as well, but based on what I'm seeing, they're wanting to get more into the US market, which means there is options for faster shipping nowadays. So if you go to their site, it actually tells you like the expected shipping. It says shipped within 4 to 6 business days, and it says this shipping time for this item will be extended by 2 to 3 weeks. So that gives you kind of an idea of the shipping. I'll tell you from my experience, these shipped super fast. I mean, this was not like I worked with them or anything like that. I went on their site as a regular customer, created my own account, logged in, bought these, and then got these, I think, a week and a half later, which wasn't too bad. Honestly, I was actually really impressed with the shipping time. I thought it was fairly fast. So this is a really good question, though, that I see as well. It says KicksCrew or StockX. Honestly, it's really just going to depend on you and what you're buying, and then how well you trust the people that are sending the product to you. I can tell you it's like pretty much like a crapshoot any which way from StockX. Yes, it could be real, but yes, there are fakes that do get through the system, unfortunately. That's just because you have people that buy the fake ones and then send it into StockX. And if the person authenticating the shoe isn't really well versed, they could slip through the cracks and you could get a fake pair. It definitely can happen. It's definitely happened in the past. StockX knows that. We know that. So will the same thing happen with KicksCrew? I don't know. The thing is the way that they source their product is different. They don't source their product from individuals. It's not crowdsourced. It says all items sold online are from their retail partners. So they have their own chain of retail partners, but that's kind of the gray area for me. Is like, it's a retail partner, but it's not a retail product. Like, this product is not something that I'm buying from a retailer. It's somebody that I'm buying at a resale market. So their retailer is a resale market of sorts. They just don't really disclose what that is. And obviously I have trust issues from getting stung in the past. You guys probably have trust issues as well. So it's like, you know, the source trust me, bro? Like, we don't really know where they're getting this stuff from. It says it's authentic 100%. I get the product and it looks and feels 100% authentic, but I still don't know definitively where we got the product. And unfortunately, when you have an aftermarket product, that is just unfortunately the way it goes. My assumption is maybe it has some sort of a system where it buys and sells from GOAT or something like that. I honestly don't know, but it feels like they probably have a drop ship system where they're able to just get the stuff on demand, even if they don't have it in inventory, because there's other databases, other companies that have it, like GOAT, maybe even StockX, and then they get the products to them authenticated and then send it to the individuals. I honestly really don't know, and unfortunately I wish I can give you guys more information about that. That's just the situation, unfortunately, when you buy like in-demand products. So my recommendation is, typically when it comes to sneakers like these, this is a shoe that I just pass on. If I miss it on retail, I'm not going to spend the extra money on the resale market because I don't want to risk potentially getting burned. Price points on these were like low enough that I was like, okay, I'm going to make it work. But if it's $1,000 pair of shoes, I'm not necessarily going to be even trying online. Places like StockX, places like KicksCrew could be authentic 100% of the time until they're not, right? So you just never know 100%. But what I would say is you have much better opportunity buying stuff that you're not normally in the market for, which is the reason why I wanted to start working with them in the first place, is because they carry the AR2, they carry the AR1, they carry the Anta stuff, the leanings, the rigorous stuff I really like. I like the stuff that you can't get from your local retailer. And what Rigor is bringing to the table with Austin Reeves is pretty awesome. It's fun to see different stuff on the market, and at the retail price of $100, like if you like Austin Reeves and you like to be able to support his stuff, then you can buy that type of stuff through KicksCrew, and it's a legit retailer for that product. So worth noting that, and that's my take on it. So in my opinion, I just like to use these sites for things that you know is not super crazy high, where it's less likely to be replicated and most likely authentic, and then also products like, you know, like these where you can't even get them in the US very easily. So that's kind of my take on the KicksCrew thing in general. Is it legit? I would say yes, but also like with a caveat being there's nothing that is 100% foolproof. Do I think that these are legit after wearing them, after getting them, after having, you know, hundreds of pairs of Nike SBs through the years? I would say that yes, they're probably authentic, but nothing is guaranteed. Like, I don't guarantee anything. I'm not somebody that oversells someone and says, you absolutely trust this. Like even StockX, again, I use StockX still to this day. I don't really trust 100% everything behind it just because of, you know, what can happen on those high-end stuff. Do I think that KicksCrew has a bad rap out there? Unfortunately, I do think that there's a lot of people that are just like, I don't know, making stuff up in a sense. Yes, you know, the shipping might be a little bit higher, but maybe these people just don't usually buy stuff from these third-party sites. I've never even tried, because that's just the case most of the time, with the exception of like extra fees and stuff from other places. So yes, shipping cost is higher, fees are lower. If you shopped on StockX, eBay, GOAT, those type of sites, I would say KicksCrew is right up that same alley. I like their website. Their interface is clean. You have a pretty big variety of stuff that they have available on their site as well. They do have exclusive stuff that kind of drops on their site also, which is a plus to be able to see. But all in all, I would say you could trust KicksCrew. It's definitely a site that is like an aftermarket site, but it also has the perks of having some retail partnerships as well. That's the only thing that I wish was a little bit clear on their site, is that if you had like a section that said like retail products or retail or something, where it was like, these are the actual shoes that you can get at retail, like the AR2s and so on, versus the stuff that's on the open market. But unfortunately, it's kind of blurred in between because, you know, like the AR1 is now the old model. So some of the AR1 pairs are actually less than the retail price because the resale price is actually lower than what the $100 retail price could potentially be on some of the colorways. So, you know, I don't have all the answers at the end of the day. I think that what they're offering is legitimate. It looks good. Is it 100% though? I don't give anything like 100% satisfaction guaranteed sort of vibes to it. Like at the end of the day, there could be shipping delays for some people depending on the products that they order. And there's gonna be some sort of percentage of error, through processing and whatnot, no matter who you are. And especially with the amount of volume that they're moving through the countries. I will say that this is one of those sites that now it's kind of in question, but I think like in 3 to 5 years, there's going to be like no question. It's going to be a legitimate source for people to be able to buy X, Y, and Z things from. Obviously, there's like people financially backing the site, like Damian Lillard, and then there's other pro athletes as well that are partnered with KicksCrew also. So I feel like there is like some validity to that already now, but in 5 years, I feel like it's going to be less of a question mark. And then more of like, okay, now we have this process down for the US. Because again, it feels like it's just early right now where they don't have 100% of the shipping stuff set up over here. And as they work out their partnerships, I feel like it's just going to get smoother and a little bit better. But leave a comment in the comment section. What do you guys think about KicksCrew? Is it something that you guys like or not? Have you used their service before? And if so, what was your experience? Please leave a comment and let other people know. If you guys do want to shop at KicksCrew, again, you can use my link in the description. It will take you over to their site. And then if you shop and buy anything, I do get a little bit of a kickback. Full disclosure on that. I mean, at the end of the day, like it's cool if you guys do, but it's cool if you guys don't. It's worth taking a look at and just kind of seeing what is available out there anyway. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it was somewhat informative. If I missed something, ask the questions in the comment section. Hit me up on Twitter, ask any questions. And I appreciate y'all for stopping by and watching. Hopefully you have a good one. All right, peace guys.